It's podcast o'clock. Hello, people. How you doing? What's popping? Oh yeah. Welcome to Oma Diary. My name is Oma. You're very sweetheart on radio, TV, and social media. Sweetheart everywhere. So this is August. From the very 1st to 7th of August, it is World Breastfeeding Week. It is that time of the year where we get to celebrate breastfeeding, the importance of breastfeeding to mothers, and also the importance of breastfeeding to children as well. As a mom, it's really important that you breastfeed your child. And every breastfeeding mom needs support. Support from the family members, support from the people, support from the society, support from the organization. Even as working moms, everyone needs to be supported. There needs to be a safe space where mothers, working moms, can breastfeed their babies. So on this podcast, it's actually an explainer where I talked about World Breastfeeding Week and how it all came about. You know, this is our own way, my own way of reaching out with this information so that mothers out there, new moms out there will know how important it is to breastfeed their babies and how important it is to support mothers to breastfeed their babies. Do well to listen to the end of the program and I will see you. Thank you so much for joining. See ya.
Sweetheart on radio, sweetheart on radio, make you talk my pain away. Sweetheart on radio, it feels so good.
All right, welcome to Oma Diary, and it's really going to be an interesting conversation today on the program. So amazingly, the world is celebrating World Breastfeeding Week. Yes, and it started on the 1st of August and it will be on till 7th of August. And that is the time when the entire world, everyone in the world is expected to appreciate. We shed light on the need to breastfeed the baby because it is World Breastfeeding Week from 1st of August to 7th of August. Now, you need to pay attention, all right, because I'm going to take my time to explain everything about this celebration. So by next week on the program, I'll open up the phone lines and I'll ask you questions. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. I know. Okay, so from 1st of August to 7th of August, the world is celebrating World Breastfeeding Week, WBW. It is a global campaign to raise awareness and galvanize action on themes related to breastfeeding. Breastfeeding, yes, breastfeeding. You know, and recently we started hearing stories about how young ladies, young women, Gen Z mothers, how they find it difficult to breastfeed their babies, not as a result of health, not because of health, because I know that there are young ladies who maybe as a result of health complications they couldn't breastfeed their babies. Yeah, but there are ladies who are okay from head to toe. They are okay, they are normal Gen Z bodies, Gen Z mothers, but they've decided not to breastfeed their babies because they believe that if they breastfeed their babies, their breast will become flabby. Let me tell you, young women, young ladies, there is time for everything, right? There is a time to grow and a time to wane. Okay, the body will always take its course. It will always take its natural course. So please, the essence of this program is to talk to parents, to talk to young people, to talk to fathers, to talk to husbands, because this program concerns everyone, even brothers and siblings. The need for you to help that young lady who gave birth, and maybe in her head she has made up her mind that she's not going to breastfeed her baby. The essence of having this program is to demystify these things, to let you know that there is every need for you to breastfeed your child. There is every need because the Lord Almighty that created the breast, there's something called colostrum, which is the first breast milk that comes from the mother to the child. And with that colostrum, it saves the child a lot of, it builds the immune system of the child and saves the child a lot of challenges the child would have gone through, especially when you have the information. Now, like I said, World Breastfeeding Week is a global campaign to raise awareness and galvanize action on themes related to breastfeeding. Now, let's talk about the evolution of the campaign. It is celebrated every 1st to 7th of August in commemoration of the 1990 Innocenti Declaration. That's Innocenti Declaration. World Breastfeeding Week started in 1992 with annual themes including healthcare system, women and work, the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes, community support, ecology, economy, science, education, and human rights. Since 2016, World Breastfeeding Week is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. In 2018, a resolution endorsed by World Breastfeeding Week, it endorsed World Breastfeeding Week as an important breastfeeding promotion strategy. Why the need? The need is to promote breastfeeding, to promote the need for mothers, especially new moms, to breastfeed their children. It's important. According to World Health Organization, as a new mom, not just a new mom, as a mom, you should breastfeed your child at least the first 6 months of the life of a child is key. The first 6 months of the life of a child is key. And breastfeeding exclusively will help the child. But we all know that sometimes, because of work, because of exigency, sometimes there are children who don't even have their moms, so there is need for substitutes. In fact, there are babies who never tested the breast milk because maybe their moms died. Okay, but for such babies, God has a way of taking care of those kind of children. I've seen babies who never had a feel of their mom's breast milk because their mom passed away at birth. Okay, these babies are specially taken care of by God. God has a way of really helping these children. Okay, so what's the objective? The objective is to inform celebrants about the selected theme of the year. The theme is anchored within the global breastfeeding agenda, and the essence is to engage individuals and organizations for greater impact, right? To galvanize action on the selected theme and related issues. The annual campaign is being coordinated globally by World Breastfeeding Week, and the campaign aims to inform, anchor, engage, and galvanize action on breastfeeding and related issues. Since 2016, it has aligned, the WBW campaign has aligned with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. Like I always say, the fact that you're in any rural area does not count you out. That's part of the reasons we are bringing this information for you to be aware of what's happening. Now, for this year, as from 1st of August, which is what we are in right now, to 7th of August, the world is celebrating World Breastfeeding Week, and the theme is closing the gap. Breastfeeding support for all. Supporting breastfeeding mothers. The need, have you ever been to a church and as a young mom you want to breastfeed, they don't allow you to breastfeed in church? Or not just church, in fact, in marketplaces, you don't see a place where you will go and breastfeed, right? Your baby is crying, the baby is cranky, and the next thing, everybody, take that child away, as if you were never a child. You see a mom who wants to breastfeed her child, instead of you to offer support, instead of you to help her, to even help her to sit well, to find a place for her to sit, right? You're most interested in, take that child away, that child is making noise, that child is making a noise, take that child away. There's a need for us to love more, support breastfeeding mothers more. That's the essence of this program, right? If you are in that shoe, if you are that person who, whenever you see a woman that wants to breastfeed, you're shaming her, and it comes to a time where some ladies, if they want to breastfeed their children, they use a thick towel and they cover the child's face. Sometimes I wonder, that child you're covering, is the child getting air, right? Is the child receiving air? Is the child okay? Is the child comfortable? Okay, and understand that Have you ever seen a child that is being breastfed? At a point, the child is sweaty because even breast milk, as the child is sucking the breast milk from the breast, the milk itself is hot, is warm. Yeah, that is how God made it to be. You can't challenge God. That is how God made it to be. So together, collectively, we can make the environment better for breastfeeding mothers to breastfeed. Now let's go through some of the themes, some of the past themes for the celebration. Like I said, this year the theme is closing the gap, breastfeeding support for all. Okay. 2023, the theme was enabling breastfeeding, making a difference for working parents. 2022, step up for breastfeeding, educate and support. That was a theme. Then 2021, protect breastfeeding, a shared responsibility. And we moved to 2019, empower parents, enable breastfeeding. That was a theme. 2018, breastfeeding, foundation of life. Then 2017, sustaining breastfeeding together. 2016, breastfeeding, a key to sustainable development. Then in 2015, World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action, the theme is breastfeeding and work. Let's make it work. Let's make it work, a situation where offices, organizations should create spaces, safe spaces, where working moms can as well stay and breastfeed their babies and feel okay, feel alright. I'm going to talk about this, the need, especially if you have an organization, if you run an organization. I'm going to talk about the need for you to create a safe space for working mothers. I'm going to talk about this, okay, before the end of the program. Then in 2014, breastfeeding, a winning goal for life. Okay, that was the theme. In 2013, breastfeeding support, close to mothers. That was a theme. Okay, then we go to 2011, breastfeeding experience, talk to me. Okay, breastfeeding, a 30 experience, talk to me. All right. And then in 2010, breastfeeding, just 10 steps, the baby friendly way. Okay. Breastfeeding in 2009, breastfeeding, a vital emergency response. Are you ready? That was in 2009. Then in 2008, mother support, going for the gold. Everyone wins. Okay, amazing. Then in 2007, breastfeeding, the first 1 hour, save 1 million babies. That was in 2007. In 2006, Code Watch, 25 years of protecting breastfeeding. Okay, international code, code 25. All right, marketing of breastfeeding milk, breast milk substitute. That was the theme for 2006. Then 2005, breastfeeding and family foods, loving and healthy. That's feeding other foods while breastfeeding is continued. Okay, quite interesting. Then 2004, exclusive breastfeeding, the gold standard, safe, sound, sustainable. In 2003, breastfeeding in a globalized world. That was the theme for 2003. Then we moved to 2001, breastfeeding in the information age. We've been in the information age for a very long time. I keep telling you all that this is the information age, and this is the age of AI, where AI is causing a lot of disruptions in different industries. In almost all industries, the impact of AI is felt. Then 2000, breastfeeding, it's your right. We protect, promote and support your right to breastfeed. 2000, imagine, that was 14 years ago. Then 1999, breastfeeding, education for life. That was in 1999. Then 1998, breastfeeding, the best investment for a child. Then 1997, breastfeeding, nature's way. Yes. In 1996, breastfeeding, a community responsibility. In 1995, breastfeeding, empowering women, support women to breastfeed. Breastfeeding is a woman's right. Yes, it is. In 1994, making the code work. Mama, protect breastfeeding, making the code work. That was the theme for 1994. Then in 1993, women, work, and breastfeeding, everybody benefits, and that is the absolute truth. Women, work, and breastfeeding, everybody benefits. Then 1992, the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative Action Folder. Okay, what you can do to assure your neighborhood hospital or health facility is baby friendly. What you can do to assure your neighborhood hospital or health facility is baby friendly. Now, what is the impact? The impact is that it brings together stakeholders from diverse sectors to achieve common goals, because together we can achieve common goals. It provides up-to-date information and tools for celebrants to take action. It encourages sustained action on particular themes throughout the year. Amazingly, in 2018, over 800 local groups around the world pledged their event. So why am I saying this? You can join the event. You can join in celebrating World Breastfeeding Week. You can go ahead. We are commemorating our own celebration here on Radio Sapiencia. This is our own form of celebration through media engagement. We are doing this, sensitizing you as our form of CSI, that's corporate social investment, so that we give you this information. You know that this information is important to you. You use it and you run with it. 2 in 5 children in low and middle income countries are put to the breast in the first hour of life. Very important. So please, as a nurse, as a mom, when you give birth, please, especially when you're okay, especially when there are no complications, right? Please ensure that the child takes colostrum, which is the first milk. It is yellow in color, right? That colostrum will help build the child's immunity. It is very important. Okay, World Health Assembly aims to increase the global rate of exclusive breastfeeding to at least 50% by 2025. That will be next year. Okay, breastfeeding can be linked to all the 17 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and that is the truth, right? Okay, that is the absolute truth. That is the truth. It is very important that we encourage mothers to breastfeed their children. It is very important that as organizations that we create safe spaces where working moms can as well breastfeed their children. And that is why I will not fail to mention the work that Radio Sapiencia International Media Center is actually doing, which I believe other organizations can copy. For example, if you come to Sapiencia, we have a children's room. We have a room for children, right? This room is for working mothers. If you want to breastfeed, like you come to work and you're a working mom, you want to breastfeed your child, you can as well take your child to the children's room. In that children's room, you can stay there with your child and you breastfeed, right? You can even come to work with your nanny. You can come to work with your child minder, the person that minds your child, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Even when you come into the child's room, there is a CCTV camera there, right? Ensuring that children that are there are safe. Honestly, this is a way of appreciating what Sapientia International Media Center is doing to ensure that mothers who work in this organization, that they have a safe space where they can breastfeed their children and they can feel safe. I believe other organizations should copy this. In your organization, you should create safe spaces where mothers can breastfeed their kids. You should create safe spaces where mothers can feel free to come to work with their children. It's very important. If you want to get the best out of a working mom, if you want, women are not going to stop their work because they give birth. And giving birth, it is part of what we do. It is part of our job as women, right? Women should not be meant to stop. They should not stop their work because they are giving birth, because they are working mothers. No, you should work, earn your money, raise your kids, and grow in your career as a mother. And every organization should afford women this opportunity to grow, first of all, to work, to earn, and to raise their families and grow in their careers. In this way, you will have a balanced organization where people are willing, they will go the extra miles to work for you. So kudos to Sapienza International Media Center. And I believe other organizations should learn from this and work with this as well. Okay, so remember, it is the World Breastfeeding Week happening. It actually started on it's a global event, right? It's a global event, and we are commemorating this on Sapienza International Media Center on Radio Sapienza by giving you this information. The essence of this is to ensure that you support breastfeeding moms, right? If you're in the church, in the marketplace, anywhere you see a mother and she wants to breastfeed her child, please support her, help her. Don't shame any mother who wants to breastfeed her child. And please, health workers, understand that the first 1 hour of a child's life is very important. There is a need for the child to take the colostrum from the mom, which is that first milk that comes from the mother. There is a need for the child to taste and to take that colostrum, because that colostrum helps the child to build the immunity. And as a mom, please, it's really important that you keep breastfeeding your child. If you can breastfeed exclusively for 6 months, that's amazing. Okay, but no matter what you do, ensure that at least the first 1 year of the life of a child that you breastfeed that child. Do you know that there are some times when you're breastfeeding a child, maybe a child is running fever, a child is running temperature, and you breastfeed the child, right? The child is okay. Yeah, because breastfeeding, the milk helps the child to grow. It helps to fortify the child. It helps to build the immunity of the child, and it helps in bonding. It helps to bond. We are humans, and every child deserves the breast milk from the mother. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, I said today is a different story altogether, a different program altogether, because we needed to bring this information out, and we need to ensure that this information gets to you. My name is Oma, your very sweetheart on radio, TV, and social media, sweetheart everywhere. Let us close the gap. Let us support breastfeeding mothers. Let us know that together, indeed, we can close the gap and support breastfeeding for all. Thank you for joining, and do have a great time. Bye-bye.
I am calling you on my, make you tuck my pen away.